left me for deed. Money start running out and I ain't hand me no keys. I hear shit to care about, I was just handling me. Hold up.
We're gonna start this thing off. Welcome back, everybody. We here with another one. I'm saying, if you don't see the background, you might see a little something if you've been here before, but if you haven't been here before, we at HotBox Studios. I'm saying, we here. This is probably a new one too. I'm saying, it's been a minute since I had, an engineer on camera talking, because they're just always working. Making sure everything's put together well for people and stuff. I want to get their music out there. But like I say, I do with every guest. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. I'm saying, I know him, in a HotBox studio,
no bullshit,
working. But go ahead, bro. Let you introduce yourself.
We in HotBox studio. So appreciate y'all for staying on the bullshit.
Of course. I was gonna say, it's been a minute. I'm saying, we would talk about this for a minute, for real. So I want to really hop into it, because I'm saying, I've been thinking about stuff for a minute with everything that's been going on with, from you doing, you've been moving around a lot, you've been doing your thing still, overcoming things, going through things, and we're gonna hop in talking to all of that stuff. But I was gonna say, to start it off, so you're an engineer?
Yeah, engineer, producer.
Okay. How long you been doing that? When did you start doing that?
Shit, I started this. I'm pushing 25, so I started this like 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah. On some like just off the muscle, just on some sad hobby shit. Like, I always had a love for music. If you want to be real, it was before 10 years ago. But like when I first got my first laptop, it was like 10 years ago. I was always fucking with it. Like garage band and shit, or like real pianos and shit. Like my people's days in the church and shit, but 10 years ago.
So 10 years ago, we gonna speak into these. We gonna speak out there for everybody to hear, because I'm saying, I don't think a lot of people gonna actually like catch on to like what you've been doing, how long you've been doing it, because they might have seen you around different places. Like you saying 10 years. Like, this is what, 2026 now? Is this the 10th year, or this is going to be your 11th year?
Then I guess you could say 11, like 2015.
Okay. Yeah, 2015, damn. I'm saying, that was a rough time for everybody.
Yeah, definitely was.
It was like around COVID time, around that time, a lot of things going on. People figuring things out. Still trying to see if they want to still do things. We talked about that earlier. Like, people, they pick and choose whenever they wanted to do things. But it's like, it's really crazy, because I do be like wondering too, like, people pick up things, they slow down. But you always gotta keep going.
You gotta push through it.
You got to. Because I'm saying, that's going to determine your determination, your drive. Especially if you're really serious about what you're really doing, for real.
Yeah, that's really what's going to determine it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't expect no path without challenges and like adversity. You feel me? So it's like, you gotta push through that. You gotta fight through that. Every time you gotta do it, shit make you strong.
That's some real shit. Like, you really gotta push through things. I just feel like a lot of people go through things, and I talk about it a lot with people, like, the support, or with people being around. That might actually be like something that might actually determine a person's speed with what they're doing. Because they might not feel like they have enough people around them that support. They might not feel like they have enough people viewing what they're doing, or even seeing what they're doing. So it's making the things really, I would say, complicated for them in these journeys. And with that, bro, like, you said you've been doing this for about like 10, 11 years. This place, so HotBox pretty much just opened up not too long ago. Have you been in other places too?
Yeah, it's been a long journey, honestly. My first ever studio was a trailer.
Oh yeah?
Like,
a trailer?
For
real?
Trailer. Me and my family member, we turned the whole trailer into a studio. behind our little apartment. And then
That's dope.
it was definitely wavy. So yeah, that just definitely jumping. It was hot as hell.
I was gonna say, when was that? When was that? You remember what year was that? Was that like your first year?
That was like 2019.
Okay.
You feel me? So that was like my first, like when I first really started taking the city. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like 2015 is like when I first messing around. You feel me? Like my introduction into this shit.
Right.
You feel me? But like 2019, so I was like, alright, I'm locked in.
Right. So I'm saying, when you were saying that from 15 to about 19, were you in school for this, or like did you like just learn from just people, or learn from over time,
So,
trying out things?
When I first started off, like I don't know if you heard of the program Crunk.
Yeah. I ain't heard that shit in a minute.
Yeah, they came to my school on some like, yo, like mess with this, like music production type shit, like yeah, do this, do that type shit. So I made a little beat, and it was like, you get paid for this shit. You feel me? So I was like, alright, let me start to home. Figure out everything. I met a couple dope people from there, like my mentor, Slum. He really the main person that taught me how to do everything as far as like Ableton and like DJ and everything. Like Femi too.
Femi, yeah.
Who else? Benji too. Benji, that was Son's roommate. And Jules, all of them. Like, I appreciate all my mentors. They really like drove me into this. And I got my first taste of like DJing and like doing shows and working with others.
Yeah, that's what's up. And you named a couple people there too, because they've been around for some time. I would say even before. Yeah. Yeah, you named a couple people which been around even longer than probably before I started. Just to even see like people like that still going, still, showing people the light or insight of things that they can or what they should be doing if they're wanting to grow. And like, you've been, like you said, you've been doing this for 10, 11 years. I'm saying there's multiple times I'm probably sure you thought about like if you were able to keep on going, or if there was things that like maybe slowed you down to even like get used to doing things. How you doing? But I was saying, so going through those times from when you started to now, like, have you had like things that maybe weighed you down, slowed you down, or even maybe had you question about continuously to do what you're doing?
Always. I feel like everybody do. It's not even just just the music shit. It's just like just like real life shit. You know what I mean? So it's like just going through those phases and just understanding like it's a purpose. You feel me? It's like shit that's like destined for you. You know what I mean? You feel me? So it's like you gotta go through those whole phases and just stay focused and just remember the plan and remember the goal.
Remember the plan, remember the goal. I'm saying, and in those times that you did, what were some things that helped you get through? Like,
I guess you could say like I was in a situation though where it's like I didn't have no choice but to go out and run my parents type shit. You know, I was down at homeless, like living in the studio type shit. So it's like I'm surrounded by this shit. So it's like if I don't make shit shape from this, being around this shit 24/7, it's like what am I doing?
Right.
So it's like I've been discouraged.
True. And like with that, like, like you even mentioned where you started out, turning something into, was that like the first thing that you switched over? You started from, to get to HotBox, or was there a couple other different places?
No, I had a couple stops for I ain't gonna cap, like, so started in that trailer. It felt like so long, but realistically, I was probably like this for 3 months. It felt like a long ass time, just the amount of clients that I had.
Yeah.
Like, funny you said, like, I know y'all know B-Dot. That was one of my first clients.
Oh,
That was
yeah?
his first ever studio I went to.
That's what's up.
It's elite. The fucking, from there, I jumped around. Like, I was in fucking Homewood, there for like a month. Then I met these people, you fuck with Finesse Lab, you feel me? So I fuck with them out Whitaker.
Okay.
Type shit.
Okay, yeah, they told me about being out there.
We was locked in there for like a little bit, then we moved over to Buchanan and shit. Then fucking ran up over in Green Street, and I ended up down to the south side where they was like the street.
Okay.
So that was definitely like a little journey.
Yeah, you know, definitely moved around. Oh, I was gonna say the storage. I was gonna say I've noticed that in a lot of states, people do like storage unit studios.
How you say it?
Yeah. How'd you feel about that? Actually working in the storage house.
I feel like honestly, I ain't gonna lie, like it was dope, like for what it was. You know what I mean? It's like obviously I met like so many connections. Like it was for that. Like I've been met Dan back. Like he was my first. No, it was my second studio. My first studio I ever stayed to was fucking loving me. You feel me? But like back when I was younger, fucking with my people and shit. We used to slide to the first of the So in that studio, you know, so it's like just for like the setting itself, I met so many dope connections. All the people like Sleeves, even though Tony.
Yeah. Most definitely, Sleeves when he came.
Who else? I met. Actually, I got tapped in with like just a couple of people.
Yeah. Definitely tapped in with a couple. And you did mention some names, some mentors, some other DJs as well that been, I would say, been doing things around the city for years. I was gonna say, bro, like what made you want to become like an engineer producer for?
So it started off like I always liked music, you feel me? So I guess like just being around just like the church club, like actually seeing the instrumental and just the type of music like my uncle just being on my room and shit. That's really like for the Jesus and we just run around banging that shit.
True.
Like my people, my dad, like he fuck with Wu-Tang and shit too, so I fuck with him too. You feel me? But it's like Jesus hit me different, you feel me? Like that type of bad, that trap was really bad type of shit. So, I started off just fucking with the Oasis and shit. You feel me? So it's like, I was just wanting to create that sound. So I just got into like instrumental, just making beats. And after that, I really wanted people to rap on my beats. So I had to learn engineering. You feel me? That's why I got into that field to where it's like, all right, now that I'm working with these artists, I make beats. You feel me? It's like the engineer is them with the artist's best friend. People be thinking like these producers really, I mean I don't even like to say producers because they're like there's a thin line between producers and beat makers, but like I fucking with them. But like people that give the artist the beats, they're not always in the studio. The engineer's always in the studio.
Yeah, I would say the engineers in the studio more than an artist. Because I'm saying you're working on their shit. You know, they're making music to the beats that you have or what they might have brought. But like I know you have dealt with like artists that maybe, I'm saying we spoke earlier, like sometimes you got artists that already can drop a couple of songs real quick or verses real quick compared to other artists that, you know, have to take time and do that. How is that something that you work with or deal with on that type of level?
So I feel like on some like just dealing with because I work with hundreds of artists, so it's like just seeing everybody's different workflow and just understanding. It's like I try to tell everybody, it's like getting in the gym. You feel me? Like, you gotta get your reps in. You feel me? For you to like be fluent and nice with. The more you do it, the better and more comfortable you're gonna be at it. You feel me? And it's like I feel like most artists just want to hop in and just instantly have a sound. So it's like that's something that it's like has to be crafted and molded to you specifically. You feel me?
I was gonna say though, because I'm saying I feel like that's something that's that takes time. Like when people say dealing with other people, you don't know how the next person is. You don't know how people are, and you have to be more open to it. You just can't, always react or even, act out on things because I'm saying if this person's really, they come in here to put in this work and this time to do something, you're just hoping that they actually do, or you can get something done. 'Cause I feel like how long do you think songs take to you? What's the shortest song? What's the longest song that you worked on, and how long it took?
I know people that won't take their songs,
Okay.
so that's like 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I know, let's say 4. That's like average.
Yeah.
Let's just say 5. You feel me? So like 5 minutes, longest also like 3, 4 hours.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Damn.
Yeah, probably even longer. And
And
that's if they leave with a full song.
True. Motherfuckers be working.
The session that they got.
Niggas keep trying to switch things up.
Yeah.
They don't like how this sound.
Yeah, by all means, I feel like one thing, like, as an artist, oh man, it's cool to have your dabs. Really want to lock in, you got to really lock in on some dolo or something. You feel me? Too much energy to fuck up your head. So it's like, now you like second guessing yourself. And now you know what I'm saying? We doing the same bar for a whole hour straight. Like, you feel me? You got to lock in. That's all it is.
So I heard it from him though. Like definitely. Like I be thinking about that. Like being in the studio, you having everybody there. Are you able to get something done, or it's gonna take some time because everybody got to get in the mode. Everybody got to be feeling how they feeling.
Like I said, like this, like how big it is and how many people can be in this building. It depends on the artist. You gotta really be confident in your artistry for you to really be able to like survive in that type of environment to where it's done like a party.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna cap an environment like this to where it's like some people will just be deep as hell with it. I then turn into a DJ.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
I'm controlling the vibe, so it's like I gotta keep the pace going type shit. But it's not even just fully on me. The artist gotta be on the same type of pace.
Right.
So it's like they slapping, that's why the vibe fucks up type shit. So it's like now it's like it's just being ready to go out, you feel me? Ready to go and shit. You feel me? So it's like not every artist is able to do that something like that.
Right.
I know people that will be in this bitch for 6 hours and we're not gonna bring the class home.
Yeah.
Jumping, boom.
No, true. I was about to say, gone, working. I'm saying, you most definitely.
We're I'm talking about like a whole party in this.
True. And I'm saying, you actually like really listening to the whole song, making a whole nother song. Like,
It is.
and that's dope because I'm saying, I think I've been hearing from a lot of artists, like you got to take seriousness into your craft. Like I'm saying, if you're not, you're just playing with your time. You're just, because it's saying it's not like a one-stop drop. Like you're not just making music and that's it. Like it comes with pushing it out there, promoting it, advertising it. Artist I just spoke to, he dropped some big information. BNG Knapsack. He said some shit. I need to go tune into that because yeah, bro was saying some shit. Like it was like he understood how he was when he first started, into what he wanted to be, where he was trying to get to, and where he knows he can get to. Because I'm saying that I feel like we are our worst enemy. Like you mentioned earlier is you went through things and you felt like if you're going to be around this like all the time, you might as well be doing something with it. And I feel like that's where it comes into a lot of people's minds, that if we doing this, do it. I'm saying, like, however long it might take, like it doesn't come overnight. I'm saying you learn things every single day. Like I'm sure there's still things that you want to, you know, still want to do, still want to, you know, conquer, because I'm saying I feel like our journeys are never over.
Like I'm a strong believer in like you gotta forever be a sponge. You feel me? You always gotta just soak in from your environment. And at the same time, like you gotta constantly grow. You feel me? Like if you ain't grow, you be down. Man. You feel me? So it's just like just always have that growth mentality and just like just push through the environment.
I always feel like you can grow. True. I'm saying, because times change, technology changes, new software, apps, everything changes.
Everything you gotta do update.
Mm.
You feel me?
Right.
Like everything good. New stuff, but like everything is something new that they just try to like feed into the environment. You just gotta be able to soak it all in.
You gotta be able to soak things in. Because I feel like if you're not, well, I feel like we're always soaking things in. Everyone's scrolling the net. People are always
Like shit. I mean, I feel
looking for stuff.
it's like a gift and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because it's like you could just get like just pulled in. So it's like you just like you distracted. Now you just like just jam the doom scrolling.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I feel like I agree with that, because I feel like it all depends on what you're scrolling for, what you're scrolling, you know, to kill time. Like, it all determines on what you're scrolling for. And I feel like I always say, I feel like we should use a lot of our scrolling for resources or useful things. Especially since, like, say nowadays we're not really in school. I'm not gonna say everybody, but like some people that are still in school are still learning things, and the people that aren't in school are still learning things. But we gotta be able to, like you said, become a sponge.
Find new ways to learn things.
What'd you say?
Find new ways to learn things.
Yeah, true. Find new ways to learn things. True. You gonna learn things every day.
That's the goal.
And I was gonna say, we even sitting in front of this, bro. Like I'm saying, this is. I know you started from something smaller than this before.
Yeah, I started on the laptop, old ass one.
Oh, you started on a laptop. Oh, yeah?
Scarlet Interface.
Damn.
That's why I said earlier, I was in the fucking trailer, that's what I was pushing out.
And you was able to, you started learning about the equipment once you started getting more around it.
So like so as far as like the crump movement, like that crump.
Yeah, that cart movement.
They was showing me mainly how to like engineer,
Oh.
and we was using what's that Logic at the time.
Yeah.
So it's like understanding that and transferring that over to like FL. That's why I was recording, using the recorder at the time. I was using FL Studio. So
Okay,
like
I
I was
remember
really
that.
out of time period. Like everybody was like looking down on me. You feel me? Because it's like the industry standards pro tools. You feel me? So it's like I'm just making beats in FL at the time, so I'm gonna probably not even recording. So it's like I took what I learned from Logic, transferred that over to FL, and that's when I just was really just like it's all hair training.
Yeah.
It's like once you understand like where everything is, it's just all about just like understanding your environment and how to get the best sound from it. You feel me?
Right.
And at the same time, it's like it's forever like a process of like learning things. It's just like as you deal with more artists, you're dealing with new sounds. Because every artist got their own voice. Like you feel me? Like you're not just gonna have. I mean, yeah, you got templates. Like don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's like you're not just gonna have one set. All artists cool. You feel me?
Right.
Like I can't record a deep voice and mix the same as a high pitch single. You feel me? It's like it just gotta be like everything is production. You feel me?
Right.
Just understanding that, and just like as I progressed and like got better equipment and all that, it's like and the environment. That's the really like best thing I took from it. Just being able to understand that.
Because I was gonna say it. I'm saying to a lot of people, they probably be like, "Well, damn, this motherfucker's doing this."
Yeah,
You know.
it do look complicated. Like from behind the scenes, it look like motherfuckers driving the spaceship.
Yeah, true,
Like,
true. And I'm saying I seen a whole bunch of them motherfucking setups. They get crazy,
Yeah.
wide as hell. You know.
So it's like just you gotta be able to like damn near do that. you have to be able to drive it. You feel me? So you have to be able to learn everything and be able to like control the situation. You don't need the DJ.
Right. Right. I feel like you controlling. You can, like you said, you controlling the vibe. You controlling, to me, the atmosphere, because shit, people going off of the sound, whatever they hearing. And I feel
you for that time. People want to be able to like have that experience.
Yeah.
So it's like
I feel that, because I'm saying, I ain't gonna lie, there's times and places I'm saying you want to be in quiet, then it's like times and places you be wanting to like start hearing some type of shit, like you know, and like how we talked about earlier, it all depends on like, you know, the mood, the vibe and shit, but you know, on what you're doing. If it's not smoking, if it ain't, you know, you working on something, you could be cleaning, like, we could be even at work listening to music, you know, type shit.
driving around.
So it's like, I feel like sounds, music is a lot, and it is everything for people. Because just as much as that you're putting time into it, I think a lot of people are putting in time into listening to it. And you know, you put that shit out everywhere. Like once it's complete and shit, and you know, the artist hands their thing. I'm saying that's sent out of it, that beat. You know, whatever in that background that we hear from the artist, we gonna think like, damn, that shit's hard. Like, and then we start catching on to like, well, to the verse and stuff, because I'm saying I don't know how you transition songs. Like we spoke a little bit about that earlier. It's like, how do you listen to like a person's album through to see if you like
from the back.
Yeah, to see if you like
really
it.
like understand it. Like people don't understand like each song is like pays for like attention. As at least it should.
Right.
So it's like that's really how you really like determine how good the album is. It's like how well each song plays and does it flow.
True.
You feel me? So it's like to really understand it as a whole. Yeah, it's cool to pick certain songs. Don't get me wrong. And like each song's on like obviously like give you certain songs on drive you to move. You know what I mean? But it's like be able to judge a project as a whole, but like to really judge artists. That's how I look at that now. You feel me? And at the same time, like now as far as like my field that I'm in, I feel like my engineering, like being behind the scenes is like it's a whole new perspective now. That gives me a whole new appreciation for like all the artists I work with. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like you see the artist in this pure form. Feel me? Like a craft, you know, it's like really making and creating. So it's like you might hear a song and you're like, alright, that's cool. Like how you created it, the vibe that he like made and like create. That's tight. You feel me? Like that's why I like certain like fans, they appreciate artists that can perform. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like Lil Uzi, like he got his fan base and like he got his opinions and like those others and stuff. But it's like they fuck with him because he can perform.
Yeah.
You feel me? You can give him that energy, you can give him that environment, and you can give him that atmosphere. You feel me?
And I was gonna say, you were saying that too with him. Like his songs have like have energy. So it's like I feel like you have to perform just as well as your song, or even more. You know, for people to really be attracted to, you know, you performing or even the song in general.
Yeah, be able to translate it.
Yeah.
Like it's really like the performance starts in the booth.
You said it starts where?
It starts in the booth.
It starts in the booth.
You feel me? Like, if you're not in the booth performing like you're on stage, you're not delivering. You feel me? You gotta be able to translate. You gotta be able to give it that energy. You gotta be able to like translate everything.
I feel that. Because I'm saying, when I come to sessions, and when I have came to sessions, I've noticed that the energy when a person's in a booth is probably almost at its fullest. And when you hear the song back, it's like it gives you that same type of energy. Not just because you're there and seeing it, but also just because I feel like he made that transition inside the booth. Now he can like start trying to do it performing wise. You know, because we always want to see an artist perform. Everybody wants to see a video. I'm saying you can push songs out, but we always want to see like some type of content with video, you with your song in the background. Because I'm saying you're getting people, you know, attached or you know, hip to like that's your song or that's you. Again, some other knowledge from another episode with the artist spoke on some of that shit too, where you have to watch things that you do, how you do it as an artist, and you control that. So I was gonna say with that, bro, you've been able to give a nice little insight with behind the table and the music. I was gonna say what's something else too. Let me ask you this: what's your top 3 genres of music?
Top 3 genres. I feel like genres is like a tricky word.
It is one. It is one.
It's like I feel like it's so many like sub-genres between genres that just get it like twisted. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like
Styles of music.
I guess you could say like top 3, no order for real.
No order.
It's really like I just like trap, melodic, kind of like anything like melodic.
So melodic.
Yeah, just cause like I feel like melodic music is like such a broad like category. It's like you got your like R&B singers, and you got your like your rappers, your like no caps, you feel me? Or even like it's just like that type like that.
So that's like what you're more of your like your hip hop, your R&B hip hop type of style.
Yeah, so it's just melodic music and however you like you want to deliver it.
Okay.
So it's like I try to like as far as when I produce, like, I try to like put my production in like these categories. You feel me? So I guess you could say trap, melodic, and really like third genre. I guess you could say down to like bouncing music. You feel me? Like to an extent not necessarily house, but like influence.
Yeah,
like, to
yeah.
It's like between the line between Milwaukee, you feel me? Like the party, like
Right,
music.
the party type of music.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really like my 3 genres.
You never worked on like country music?
I never really worked on country music. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm always willing to. I would love to. I had motherfuckers that be on some like, yeah, I'd love to work on Morgan Wallen and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I'd love to too. Like,
True.
You feel me? I feel like it's a whole new bag. Like,
True.
I believe in like new energy, new bag. You feel me? I feel like we make some dope ass shit.
True.
It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. People have been trying to hop in that country, you know.
Yeah. It's all about just living in you.
Yeah.
Like, I had someone country influence.
Okay.
You feel me?
Mhm.
I wouldn't necessarily say we made like a full country song.
Okay.
But like, yeah.
Any pop, any rock.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like pop, R&B, like mainly, but like not necessarily like straight like country.
Okay.
You feel me?
No. It's
I
not.
had some African music though. Like,
Oh, yeah?
some
Okay.
different shit.
Yeah, I was about to say like what was the different? What's the most different one that you worked with? Was it African? Or, since you mentioned it, or was it?
Probably African.
Okay.
Yeah.
Latino?
It's just like it's a different environment. Latinos is definitely
Latino
different.
music. Yeah.
Like that's definitely like smoother. I feel like African is just like it's a different.
Did you enjoy doing something
I
like that?
enjoy all my everything. So it's like damn on some like English.
Was it the instrument? What was it? Instruments that you had to get used to when it was like
It's like they're like a different bounce.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
And it's like the artist that I was working with. It's also like them and some like artist development.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's like just being able to help them capitalize.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's like versus like working with an artist that's like strong in the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like I haven't really worked with no one really strong in like those type areas.
Okay.
But it's like, don't get me wrong, they make like good music.
I'm saying, hearing that you got to work with that type, I'm saying, I'm actually like interested to even know like the sounds, are the sounds still the same, or did you have to like do something to them to make them?
I feel like every song you gotta figure out like what you want your focus to be. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like as far as the African music, the Afro beats, that's more like the percussion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like keeping the snares and the kicks and all that, and like vocal draft. So that's like trap music. That's my base.
Okay.
The melodic R&B scene. That's all like more like your melody, your pianos, and all that. You know what I mean? So it's like just keeping an idea, like trying to keep your focal point the main focal point, and having everything to fit on.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. I was gonna say, did you ever play instrument?
Tight shit. Yeah.
Well,
I started with the drums.
Oh, you played the drums?
It's like, you feel me? Like,
Okay.
nothing too crazy. But then I started fucking with the piano,
Oh, wow.
fucking like guitar a little bit. And after I really got my first laptop, I really just did everything.
Did all
Just
that?
a laptop.
Just said I did everything off the laptop after
Like,
that.
I just got in that bitch and I was like, wait, I can play a whole piano chord in here and make it sound like I made this shit. Yeah.
True. That's what I'm saying. At least I'm saying you played like an instrument.
Yeah, understanding the foundation. I definitely feel like that helped. You feel me? Because it's like, one thing about me is like my hands is like nothing. Bending their hands all crazy.
True.
On the guitar and on the piano,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just to play certain chords where it's like, I could just click that shit in.
I said I ain't getting carpal tunnel like doing all of that shit.
You feel me? Like I play the computer type shit.
That's I would say nowadays, you know, you don't really see too many people with an instrument because we have technology.
Yeah, man, I appreciate all the instruments.
Yeah.
It's a whole different sound.
It most definitely is a different
It's
sound.
like I can click it in, but like to be able to get the authentic sample and sound from whatever specific instrument that you got, because every instrument has its own sound.
Right.
So it's like to get that sound, you know what I'm saying?
No. Not at all. Not at all.
Do the best I can.
True.
I sample and I work with different people in that field.
That's some real shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I got like two more things. I was gonna say, is there what's who would be like your top 5 that you would artists that you would want to work with, that you know, always thought about?
Top 5 artists I would want
And
to work with.
that's all around. It could be local or bigger name artists.
I feel like top 5 artists I would want to work with. Off with it. We just got Lil Wayne, Jeezy.
Lil Wayne, Jeezy, yeah. Drake.
Okay. I had that Drake career. I fuck with Drake's music too, but like somebody like we love with Drake. You feel me?
Yeah, I heard that with people.
Look bullshit. I fuck with that. I feel with some people. So fucking Future. No, I'm not close to a lot of music. But like if we talk about like my inputs on music. I don't want to be biased and just throw all rappers on this. I got to throw a singer on here. I definitely want to work with Mary J. Blige.
Oh, that'd be fair.
Yeah,
That'd be fair.
like, I love something.
That'd be fair.
So I feel like we need some focus.
I was gonna say, I really don't be hearing too many like singers as much nowadays. There's a lot of people that sing, but you don't really hear.
Yeah, I feel like the R&B scene is like kind of good.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like the artists are dope. I feel like music in itself is dead to an extent.
Yeah.
It's like it's not dead, but
It's
like,
certain. I feel like certain places
you feel me?
with the music is different.
You feel me? So it's like just all about just finding that new sport. That's all it really is.
And I was gonna say too, bro. What's some inspiration that you can give to the upcoming engineers or producers that are trying to meet do things and meet with people, because if people haven't known, there's been some traction here at the studio, But what's some inspiration that you can give to the upcoming and the next generation of engineers and producers?
So the best inspiration for is them to just keep going. You feel me? Just learn from your environment and just always just take new information in. Don't be afraid to take those risks and work with new artists. You feel me? New environments, create new sounds, new opportunities. So just keep going. That's what it is. You feel me?
Sure.
Also, don't get too comfortable. You feel me? Like one situation might be nice, but there's always a better situation to this. You feel me? And some people just get comfortable in like, as far as this setting right here, like yeah, it's a nice studio and all, but like this ain't the real deal. Like, it's always just keep going, and just understanding that's like there's new opportunities, new sounds.
Exactly. Y'all heard it from, your boy Tom, your Tom. And I was gonna say, bro, can they follow you? How can they get in contact with you?
Oh, yeah,
do some type of work,
You can follow me everywhere. It's Ayo Tom, then underscore Ayo Tom. But yeah, just everywhere Ayo Tom type shit. You feel me? Catch me doing major words. We got hella shit in the words. Like, people in the city. We got some shit with Reese. Got some shit with Slug. Fucking some shit with Fed on the way. Just hella artists. You feel me? Like,
True. So you heard it from them, if y'all don't know where this is at, what's the location, bro?
Now we're on 51 Sawmill Run, you feel me? So it's like, you wanna fuck with us here at HotBox? You know what I'm saying? Get with us at HotBox, get with me. You know what I'm saying? We everywhere.
That's HotBox Studio, Ayo Ton. It's your boy Melly Mills, the Cop Podcast. We out.